Hey everybody, welcome back. We got a special guest with us tonight. This is Miss Debbie. She's 3 years old. She thinks she's a lap dog. She she's a real unique color. She's blue and fawn. She's called a blue fawn. We bred her one time. We got to let her 10 pups, and then we got her fixed. She did a great job as being a mama. Let's see if I can tip this camera down a little more here. There we go. That picks her up a little better there. She's gonna help me type, I guess. She helps me drive all the time. I'll have to get a shot of it, show you. She'll stick her nose right inside the steering wheel and lay right there. Like I said, she thinks she's a lap dog. She'll smile for the camera. She turned my life around, I tell you. Um, as I mentioned in the first video I put out, I'm a 14-year veteran, regular Army and Reserve combined. I was suffering real bad from PTSD and depression, and I got to where I was real reclusive, lost my son. Things were just really bad. And she came into, she's going to sleep now. She came into my life and gave us a whole new reason, to keep going on and to get up each day, taking care of her, got me motivated to get out of the bed and get out and do stuff. And, she loves to play. So get out and play with her. Everywhere I go, we take her with us in the truck. She is a certified PTSD dog. I have real extreme asthma. Have an attack in the car and can't breathe. She'll put all the windows down so I can get air. And then she'll get in my face, and start to lick me and force me to calm down and stop breathing so fast. The only problem with that, though, is that she also loves to hang her head out the window. So when she wants the window down, she'll just put it down, stick her head out the window. Whether the rest of us are cold or not, it don't matter. It's whatever she wants, huh? Whatever Debbie wants. So whatever Debbie wants, Debbie gets, huh? Yeah, you know I'm talking about you. Yeah. She knows I'm talking about her. She's something else, I tell you. She's smart as a tack. I can tell her to go get her toy. She'll go get it, and bring it to me and want to play. Anything you do, talk to her. I talk to her just like a human being, and she'll respond. We're out playing fetch, and I see that she's getting too tired and too hot, because she'll play fetch with a stick until she drops. She just loves it. And I see her getting real overheated and stuff, and I'll tell her, go get you a drink of water. And she'll run over to the water bowl and get her some water and come on back. When we're in the truck and she gets in my seat, I can tell her either get over there with mama or get in the back, whatever. She'll just do it. She's so smart. It just amazes me that, you can talk to them just like another person and they respond. It's absolutely amazing. And something else that I've been convinced of, a lot of people say that when they have puppies, that they don't remember them once they're older. Well, I'm proving that to be bullshit. When she had her 10 pups, we made sure we gave them away to good homes. We wasn't interested in making money off of them, even though, they were well worth, $200-300 a piece. We just wanted to make sure they went to a good home. So every one of them, you trying to block my camera? Every one of them went to people that we know. So we still get to see them and watch them grow up, know that they're being taken care of. And she can be away from one of her pups for months. And when we go around them, she knows who it is. Are you ready to get down? Now she wants to lay on my shoulder. I'm trying to do a video here, knucklehead. Yeah. You just want me to stop talking about you, don't you? Huh? You want Daddy stop talking about you? But every time she goes, yeah, I'm still talking about you. Quit it, knothead. Oh, me. All right. She's a good old girl. But I can take her around her pups and she'll recognize them immediately. And we kept one of her pups, Diamond, that you saw in the last video, oh, Smiling Diamond. Diamond can go around one of her litter mates and they'll start playing, recognize each other. Just ain't gonna quit, are you? I'll tell you, today's video is gonna be on 5 myths about pit bulls. We're gonna go over and discuss that. Uh, all right. Well, Debbie's gone now. She's something else. She gone to get her something to eat. We'll get started on what we actually came to talk about now. The 5 myths of pit bulls and how to debunk them. And what I done, I pulled up Chat GPT and I asked, what are the top 5 myths of pit bulls? And this is what we got. Myth number 1. Pit bulls have locking jaws. The anatomy of a pit bull's jaw is no different from that of any other dog breed. Studies have shown that pit bulls do not possess a unique locking mechanism in their jaws. Their perception of a locking jaw is a misinterpretation of their tenacious biting style and determination, not a physical attribute. They definitely have a very strong bite. There's no doubt about that. They do not have a locking mechanism. We know for sure that they have a extremely strong bite. If you've tried to play tug of war with one, you'll know one of their favorite toys is to take an old tire, a motorcycle tire or a bicycle tire, and hang it on a rope, hang it down out of a tree, put it up just high enough that they have to jump up and grab it. And they'll jump up there and grab a hold of it and swing from it for hours if you let them do it. I had a friend of mine, his uh, pet loved it so much that whenever he was done, he would have to take it and hang it up on a nail up above on the tree. It had a nail put up on there to hang it on so that uh, his dog wouldn't go out there and do it all the time. He had to put it down for him to let him have it for a while because he'd do it too. You got to worried about him hanging his full self. They'll just play and play with it. Now, I went ahead and I pulled up the top 20 breeds of dogs by bite strength. And we'll take a look at that real quick here. Number 13 is Pit Bulls with 235 psi. Think about that a minute. There's 12 dogs more that have stronger bite than a pit bull. But 235 pounds, that's a whole lot of pressure. Let's read what it says here. Everyone has heard the breed named pit bull, and the majority of the time it isn't in a good way, and that's true because of the stereotype that's out about them. And that's why we're on this channel, is to try to bring a new view and a new light onto these dogs. Just like Rotties, the pit bulls also have a bad reputation, with about 41 countries banning and restricting this breed. And that's something that we want to try to make changes in. So, in your
home, if there is a ban on them, you know, we need to try to work to get that taken away. Interesting enough, they were once known as nanny dogs for their love and gentleness around children. They are playful and protective of them. Intelligent and loyal, these muscular companions are easy to train. They are. They're very, very smart. Debbie is the only dog I've ever had that totally trained herself to be housebroken. When she was a little puppy, our bed is real tall, and she was scared to jump down. So she would go right over to the edge of the bed and she'd start to whimper and cry. I'd get up and pick her up and carry her outside and set her down, and she'd go to the bathroom. Well, eventually she got big enough, and I got a set of stairs put there where she could go up and down. And she would wake me up if I was asleep. She'd get over in my face and lick me and cry and wake me up. She'd run down them little steps and run to the door. I'd get up and take her out. Not one time did she ever have an accident in the house. Ever. Never once. And now, even today, if I'm asleep, she'll either get up in my face while I'm asleep, walk up and stand there over me and lick me and wake me up, or she'll jump down off the bed and she'll come over and stand up beside the bed and she'll reach up and scratch at me on my arm and whimper and whine until she gets me awake, and I'll get up and let her out. And I mean, not once has she ever had an accident. Is the easiest dog to train I have ever had in my life. Diamond was almost as easy. She did have a few little accidents. I used to put puppy pads down for her, and she would go on the pad, and then I started taking her out. She caught on really quick too, but she had one or two accidents in the house, but Debbie never did. With short hair, the pit bull doesn't need a lot of time with the groomer. Pit bull has been recently bred as a fighting dog, so make sure that you get your bully from a reputable breeder. Now, that's where the bad stereotype comes, is people have used them as fighting dogs. And if you go back to the first video where Michael Vick, that fighting ring at his house, and that's where it really gained popularity in the news. Before, you would hear a little bit about it. TV had glamorized it and showed them in the pits fighting, or they'd make them as vicious guard dogs, sensationalized them. Unfortunately, that has given them a bad reputation. Like other strong breeds, you'll need to start socializing obedience training early. And that's really true. You really need to socialize them early, get them around other people, around other dogs, and you'll end up with a dog that you will absolutely adore and will be no problem whatsoever. Let's uh, let's go back and take a look at the rest of these myths. We'll pull this back up here. There we go. Myth number two. Myth number two: pit bulls are aggressive and unpredictable. Aggression in dogs is not solely determined by breed. Studies consistently show that there are no breeds specific gene for aggression. Factors such as genetics, early socialization training, and owner's behavior have a more significant impact on a dog's temperament. The American Temperament Test Study consistently ranks pit bulls as having a temperament that is equal to or better than many popular family dog breeds. So that puts them back in as a family class of dogs. When we talk about the locking jaws earlier and we talk about their aggression and unpredictability. I want to pull up another video here. Let me switch this out real quick. Eventually, at some point, dogs are going to fight. If you have a pit bull, or actually if you have any dog, one of the things that I want to recommend that you get is a break stick. This video here we're going to watch, and I'll put the link down in the description below to this video and to this break stick where you can order one. But break sticks are used to get the jaws open on a pit bull or on any strong jawed dog. He's going to show you here how to use this. So let's take a look at this video real quick.
I am a firm believer that every dog owner should own one of these, no matter what breed they are. Keep watching so I can explain it to you. Hey, my name is Ruben. If you're new to the channel, this channel is all about the bull breeds, killing the bad stereotypes and becoming better owners for these breeds. And today we're talking about the break stick. The break stick is a very valuable piece of equipment that I think every dog owner should own. Okay, the reason why is because what a break stick does is, let's say two dogs are getting into a fight at PetSmart, or you guys are at the dog park or wherever you're at, and one latches onto the neck. This is the piece of equipment that I happen to see no dog owner owns, and it could break up a fight really quick rather than beating the dog on the head or pulling the dog, making the wound even worse. It's just a mess. The videos that I be seeing on these clueless dog owners don't know what to do in a situation like this, okay? So today I'm going to show you an example or how to insert it into the mouth of the dog, and you're going to actually pry it open. I will show it on my dog, Bo, but first I would have to say that Bo is not a really good example just because I've trained him to let go on cue, no matter what it is, if it's a toy, if it's a ball, anything that I want him to bite. I taught him how to let go on cue, and he actually listens to me most of the time. But this won't be the same when you're in a dog fight. A dog fight, two dogs see red and they clash together, and it's almost impossible to break up the fight with just your bare hands and beating the dog. It just doesn't make sense, all right? Okay, here we got Bo. So Bo is just chilling, all right? So when you're in a dog fight, your dog is essentially going to be facing this way, and it's biting onto the neck of another dog, obviously right here. So what you want to do, you need to do some quick thinking, and you need to essentially put a slip on your dog. Okay, so you don't have a slip all the time, and what a slip is, it's kind of like a some people call it a choke collar, but this is an easy slip that you can make with the leash that you have already. Okay, so you put what part of the leash into the hoop, and then you wrap it around your dog's head, such as this. So then if he tries to leave, it just tightens up and he can't go nowhere. That's the quickest way to get a slip over your dog while they're in the middle of a fight. So let's say he's fighting a dog right now and he's biting the hell out of it. I just put it under, put this through, tighten it up, okay? Now I got a hold of the dog right here. So then I pull out the break stick. I want to essentially grab the dog by the collar, okay? And what you're going to do is, here's his mouth. He doesn't like the break stick, and I don't want him to like the break stick. I want him to let go as soon as he sees the break stick, if that ever comes to it. But let's say he's biting like this. You stick this part. Nope. Come on, Bo. You stick this flat part into their mouth right here where the canines are, and you essentially twist, okay? He doesn't like it, but whatever. I'm going to show you again, okay? Let's say he's biting, right? You stick this part of the break stick into the mouth, and you twist, okay? It's going to be a hard twist because they're biting down hard. Remember, these dogs have strong jaws. So if you're ever in a fight, your dog is going to be probably pulling the dog by its neck. You don't want to pull the dog back while it has a grip on the dog because you're causing more of a wound, all right? Let me kneel down. So you don't pull the dog back because you're going to cause more of a wound, potentially killing the other dog. Okay? Then you see how the mouth is open? You stick that in there and you pry it open. You twist it. It's a hard twist. You need to be firm with it. You can't be scared to hurt the dog's mouth. This doesn't hurt its mouth, but it could potentially hurt his mouth if you're really firm. You got to just do it, okay? Because that's how legal actions happen when your dog is out of control. And if you don't know how to read the dog's behavior, if a dog fight is about to break out. So Bo is not a good example. I'm going to show you why in this little clip. So obviously you can see in this little clip that he lets go as soon as I bring the tug, or as soon as I show him the break stick. You see that? He's not keeping the grip on the toy. He lets go right away. So that's why Bo's not a good example. I'm going to show you another clip on a game dog that's playing with the ball that will not let go. It's a good example of how a dog fight would be. So this is a wood break stick. I will put in the link in the description where you can go and check this out. And I'll put some other ones that are plastic. Plastic ones are good. They're a little bit slimmer at the end over here, just so they can fit into the dog's mouth a little bit better. But I think the wood is a little bit more sturdier. The plastic ones I've seen, it has a plastic end like this, and then the handle over here is actually like a grip, and I've seen it snap in half. So that's the reason why I'm going with the wood. And this one's actually pretty brand new. I never have to use it. Only these marks that you see on there are from us practicing it, So thank God.
All right. So now you see what a break stick looks like. And you could actually whittle one of those out of a piece of wood. You see the shape of it. It's nothing much to it. The one I have is a fiberglass one, and I've only had to use it once, not with either of my dogs, fortunately, but there was a male dog that was in a fight with another dog, and they were trying to get them apart, and I used my break stick to get them to let go. Now, I was taught one difference in the way that he does it. He was showing you to twist it forwards. The directions that came with mine says to insert it and twist it back towards you. That's the way I've done with mine, and it worked perfectly. As soon as I did it, he let go, and we were able to separate the dogs. So, because they do have that strong bite, you're not going to be able to pry them apart. And if you try to pull on them, like he was saying, you're going to cause a lot of damage to the other dog, and you're going to increase the size of the wound and everything like that. So you definitely should invest in a break stick. Now let's get back over our myths here. Okay, now we're down to number 3. Pit bulls are more likely to turn on their owners. No credible evidence supports the claim that pit bulls are more prone to turning on their owners. Dog attacks are often the result of a combination of factors, including improper training, lack of socialization, there's that socialization again, and irresponsible ownership. Responsible ownership and positive training methods can mitigate the risk of any dog, regardless of the breed, displaying aggressive behavior. Now, if you think back to that video we just watched with Bo, that shows exactly what both number 2 and 3 both were talking about. Bo was just going along with his owner and letting him do whatever he wanted to do. He putting his hands in his mouth and pulling it apart and showing you his teeth and where to insert the stick. And old Bo was just going along with it. Wasn't getting upset, had no aggressive tendencies, wasn't trying to bite at the stick. never tried to bite his owner. They are such a loving breed of dog that turning on their owner is so unlikely because they really are a family oriented dog. They really uh, are loyal and supportive, and all they care about doing is pleasing you. Whenever they do something that makes you proud of them or happy with them, and you show them affection and you show them uh, love and appreciation, they'll get all excited and they'll start wagging their tails and panting and just, licking on you. They just are so loving. I can't say it enough. All right. Well, let's move on now to myth number 4. Myth number 4: Pit bulls are not suitable as family pets. The rebuttal: numerous studies, including those from the American Veterinary and Medical Associations, indicate that there is no inherent breed specific trait that makes pit bulls unsuitable as family pets. Like any other breed, their behavior is influenced by factors such as socialization, again, training, and environment. Well raised and proper trained pit bulls can be loving and loyal family members. Now, each time just about we've heard the word socialization. So I can't really stress enough about how important it is to socialize your dog. That's really any dog, not just pit bulls, but any of them. If they aren't around other dogs and other people, then all they know is you, and they're going to try to protect you, and anything else that comes around, they're going to sense that as a threat. So you really have got to socialize them with other animals and other people so that they realize that it's okay. We talked about them earlier, mentioned about them being a nanny dog. So I want to show you another video here. Pit bulls were once nanny dogs. During the 19th century, people considered pit bulls to be the best breed for babysitting children. In fact, pretty much in every house there were children. There was also a pit bull playing his role as being the nanny dog. Now, if you remember back to my first video where we talked about the history of the pit bull and how the settlers came over and the dog became an all around useful dog. And this is one of the uses of it. Regardless of a family's social status, these dogs earned a good name and excellent reputation for their tolerance and fantastic behavior around children. Like they were just a all-around dog. They were used for hunting, they were used for protection, and they were used to guard the children. The fact is true even to this day. Studies involving pit bulls reveal that they are the most tolerant dogs after golden retrievers. Yes, golden retrievers are those adorable dogs that everyone loves and that guide the blind and people with special needs. Ironically, though, everyone rushes to pet a golden retriever, but most people want to get away from pit bulls as quickly as possible. And as we've said, that they are also used as service animals to help with the blind or any other person with special needs. Same as Debbie does with my special needs. The fact that people use them as nanny dogs shows that they have friendly and tolerant personalities. They are also very friendly, family oriented, and loyal. The breed earned a fantastic image. Pit bulls defend their own. They are devoted to their families and protect those around them. Plus, these dogs are friendly to everyone, including strangers. If any of the aforementioned families were still alive today, they would be shocked to see what the pit bull's image and reputation have become. So you see, there is where they get the name the nanny dog. My daughter has a male pit, and he's really big. His name is Bruno, and my granddaughter can do anything to that dog. No one's going to do anything to her with him around, but she can lay on him, climb on him, ride him like a little horse. It don't matter. Anything she wants to do to him, he just go along with it. He loves her so much. Let's get back to our myths here. Myth number 5. Pit bulls are a distinctive and inherently dangerous breed. Rebuttal. The term pit bull is often used as a generic label. They may include several breeds and mixed breed dogs. Scientific study consistently emphasizes that breed alone is not a reliable predictor of aggressive behavior. Many organizations, including the American Bar Association, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and the American Veterinary Medical Association, oppose breed specific legislations, advocating for the comprehensive dog bite prevention strategies focused on responsible ownership and education. The top 5 myths. Pit bulls, like I say, they do not have a locking jaw mechanism. They are not inherently aggressive. They are not prone to attack their owner. They are not breed specifically aggressive. And they are definitely a great family dog. But again, as we talked about on all the rebuttals, almost every one of them gives the same answer somewhere in it about socializing and training your dog. That's very important, no matter what dog you have. It's very, very important. You've got to socialize them, you've got to work with them, you've got to teach them. You can't just put them on a chain and hook them up out in the yard and go out and feed and water them and pet them a little bit and expect to get good results out of it. You know, the only thing you're going to wind up with is a good guard dog. He'll alert you when someone comes up and protect your property. Like I said, these dogs, they strive for loving and affection and approval. That's the biggest thing. They want to make you happy. They want to get your approval. Now, uh, we've talked in the past. I've asked that I would like for you to send in a video of you and your dog. You know, give us a little introduction of who he or she is and uh, the web address to where to send that. My email address where you can send your video will be in the description below. And then we can feature your dog on one of our episodes. The last video, I promised that I was going to introduce y'all to an internet sensation this time. So, without further ado, let me bring up and introduce you to Zeusy, the talking pit. Zeusy has a following of about 190,000 uh, followers. And he is absolutely adorable.
Person's climbing in it, Lucy. What toys you got? Huh? What toys does Zeusy got? I think that's our roommate's. That's not yours. Said every package is yours? Yeah? Yeah? You're so funny, though, boy. That's not our package to open. You think it is? I think you got something in the mail. We'll have to go get it in a little bit, okay? Yeah? You okay with that? Baby, that one's not yours, I don't think. You want me to look at the name on it, make sure? Nope, that's not our name, baby. Sorry. That's not ours. It's not. That's not our package. Go get a toy. Look at all the toys. Percy's got them all out. No, that's not our package, Boogie. I know. I know. Most packages that come are for you, huh? Yeah. Well, that one's Phil's, okay? That's our roommates. That's not ours. I know.
All right. There's Susie, the talking pit bull. I highly suggest that you go check out their channel and subscribe to it, and be sure and tell them that a wonderful world of pitties we send you over there. Zusi, like I said, he has a huge following, 190,000. Christmas time, it was hilarious. The tons and tons of packages that he received in the mail, all kinds of toys and treats and food and clothes. I mean, it was huge. His subscribers and his fans, they definitely showed him some love. The other puppy that was there, that's Percy. That video was kind of an older one there. Percy's actually pretty grown up now, and the two, they interact together really well. But Percy doesn't talk like Zeusy does as much, and pit bulls are very vocal dogs. Like I said, Debbie will come sit by the bed and she'll whine like that and carry on until she gets me awake. And another time that she'll do that is when she's got to go to the bathroom. If she's got to go, she'll start whining and talking to me like that. If we're in the truck driving around and she's got to go, she'll start in telling me that she's got to go, and then stop and let her out, take her to use her bathroom, and then she'll come back and we'll get back in the truck and go on down the road about our business, and she'll settle down. But if she's got to go, she's gonna tell you. So I hope you've enjoyed this and found it informative. Please, if you would, subscribe, give us a thumbs up, leave us a comment below. I will do everything I can to answer your comments. Be sure and check out in the description for the links to the bite stick and to Zeusy. And so, from our pack to yours, God bless, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Wonderful World of Pitties.